And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Cohen on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Incomplete.
The pass.
And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku.
Complete to David Njoku.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it.
That's good.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The carry.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Vita Vea make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
The ball carrier.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd and 6. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
30-yard line.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got Miller. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
Gain of 9 yards.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And they'll get this down to the 10. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Here's Cohen now to return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Score Buccaneers 14, Bears 3.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Open man is Komet, the tight end. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's good for a sugar.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the short.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. A.J. Epinesa. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Now this is fielded in the end zone and only able to get this to the 5-yard line. Bit of a mental breakdown there. Not sure why he left the end zone.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for him really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Here's 2nd and 8. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Akeem Hicks. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
No gain on the play.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Njoku. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have cut it to within a score.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He hasn't had his best day. They have been good running the football, and they have the lead, though, so maybe he just personally wants to improve his play.
And that's without a doubt, because at the end of the game, he wants to feel like he had a really good hand in his team winning, if in fact they do go on and get that done. But the bottom line is finding a way to win the game. So if you're not playing that well, but somebody else is on the team, keep going to that hot hand.
Yeah, not over yet, but looking good here in the 2nd quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The pass.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Second down and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll buy some time right. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Down at the 23-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
The ball carrier.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
4th down.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So that'll back them up 5. Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. It's a 39-yard attempt right hash. And his kick is indeed good.
It is good.
And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line. Made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Intercepted by the Buccaneers.
How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And he's got it. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. On the crossing route, complete. That's Robinson.
Allen Robinson. That's good for a Chicago.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Back at the 20.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Second and 15. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
That goes for a gain of 31. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. He completes this into the hands of Miller. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Touchdown.
Scotty Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
Lining up.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Cohen now to return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Tariq Cohen on the return.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
That catch good for only a couple. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
2nd and 8.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing. Stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half. On a 2nd down and 12. They'll throw now on the 5. And this one's incomplete. So we reach well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play.
Bears 10.
The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own
offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
He was brought down at the
Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
A gain of 4.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Ball carrier.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Let's get this. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Wow.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Bears.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up
2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Levante David. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Intercepted by the Buccaneers.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave... Great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
The ball carrier.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. That catch good for only a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Get the ball. Right there. 54. Right there.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin White, the linebacker.
The pass intercepted by the Buccaneers. They'll take over first.
He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here's Cohen now to return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Delay of game, offense.
Don't walk out here.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Allen Robinson.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Man open down the middle of the field. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw here. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. But it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
flag.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. In that play, they wound up losing yardage.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll look to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears get a bit closer. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Well, we look. At each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Taken down.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. I'm glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Chicago, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers. There's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
1st down, Buccaneers.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. 1st down, they stay with Moss on the ground. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
The ball carrier.
And they're going to speed things up here. On 2nd down now. It's Moss. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Zach Moss, the ball carrier. Eddie Jackson brought it.
They'll run here with Moss. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Oh, good return up past the 30. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go again here with Moss. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They'll run on 1st down with Moss. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now we'll run with Moss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Man open, it's Moss complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They'll set up to throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. From 4 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Coup now for the point after. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here's Cohen now to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A 6-yard pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Running jet sweep here, Humphries. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bears are in for 6.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Now, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Fair catch made at the 2-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
5-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Right back to Moss. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield.
The pass.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So a risky move that does not pay off. And, Charles, you take it from the defensive perspective, they had to be a little offended there that they even tried to go for it back inside their own 20.
Highly offended. And they took the ball away and gave it to their offense in a great situation. But when you look at this thing in total, when you start taking chances like that, you know what that means? You're going to have to take more chances later, right? When you don't convert, that just means you got to double down on it. So we can see this thing pile up as we go on.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. David Njoku. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bears cut into that lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cross. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
Ball carrier.
And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Terry McLaurin, 43 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
The kickoff for Tampa.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Here's Cohen now to return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise. And now here is another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Bradley Pinion, the kickoff for Tampa Bay.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Buccaneers defense making their way back out onto the field. After the pick-6, they go right back to the air. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a footer.
So it's on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. A.J. Epinesa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. This is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, They've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start out with Moss. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Moss. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And the Buccaneer
Flush to his right. That would complete to Prochet. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a 1st down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
His throw caught right around the 6.
Brady's pass.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. James Prochet, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Cohen now to return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to... get going again. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
get off the field.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted by the Buccaneers. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.
on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls, head to toe designer. Drip, little bit, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the I got homies that can sleep with the. I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls, head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with it, rockin' black clothes. Whippin' around that Batmobile, duckin' 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, lil' bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
Explain what I did, can I kick it? Hold on, yeah, I got some rings and a range, can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it? Yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I?
Hey, could count on my power, and look at my dogs from. Way back then, claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. How did the lady go miss? Her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did, can I kick it? Hold on, yeah, I got some rings and a range, can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it? Yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. He's right here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did, can I kick it? Hold on, yeah, I got some rings and a range, can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it? Yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I?
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Ooh. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L.
I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Then I hit that.
T-Rag got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and wanna see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that wanna keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting nothing back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad. Boy, but they from the Bay. You can't negotiate with Drake. You gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage with the main.